Hey guys, it's time we make a dash into the roaring world of V8 Cobra Jet engine powered cars. We're not just talking about any ordinary engines here. We're talking about Ford's iconic Cobra Jet engines, the epitome of American muscle and raw power. So grab your helmet because we're about to rev up and take a ride through the best Cobra Jet powered cars ever to hit the streets. The 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Starting our journey is the 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1, a car that signified the end of the muscle car era's golden age. By 1971, emissions regulations were tightening their grip and insurance companies were squeezing the life out of high-performance cars. Despite these challenges, Ford managed to pack a 429 Cobra Jet under the hood of the Mach 1. This beast wasn't just about looks, it had the muscle to back it up. Even with the era's restrictions, the Mach 1 could still leave a cloud of smoke behind and a permanent grin on the face of anyone lucky enough to drive it. The 71 Mustang Mach 1 might have been impressive, but the true essence of the Cobra Jet engine was born in the years before. Let's roll back the clock and see what the muscle car gods were cooking up. (1970–71) Ford Ranchero. Next up is the 1970–71 Ford Ranchero, a vehicle that defied categorization. Was it a pickup truck? Was it a muscle car? Who cares? With the 429 Cobra Jet under the hood, it was a high-speed machine capable of hauling just about anything, including a load of envy from anyone who saw it. The Ranchero was the ultimate sleeper, blending the practicality of a pickup with the performance of a dragster. This unassuming vehicle could smoke almost anything on the road, and it did so while looking like it was ready for a day at the job site. This is the kind of vehicle that makes you do a double take when it blasts past you at a stoplight. But if the Ranchero was the ultimate sleeper, its cousin was the flashy, in-your-face showstopper that made no apologies for its presence. (1970) Mercury Cyclone spoiler. The 1970 Mercury Cyclone spoiler was more than just a car. It was an aggressive statement of power and dominance. This wasn't a car for the faint of heart. It was designed for those who wanted to leave a mark, both on the road and in the history books. The Cyclone spoiler came equipped with the 429 Super Cobra Jet, a monstrous engine that turned this sleek ride into a true road warrior. Mercury dubbed their high-performance lineup Thunder on the Road, and the Cyclone spoiler was the perfect embodiment of that philosophy. Its aerodynamic design wasn't just for show, it was engineered to slice through the air, ensuring that the Cyclone wasn't just fast, but also deadly efficient on both the street and the track. If the Cyclone's blend of style and power got your adrenaline pumping, wait till you see what's coming next. Prepare yourself for a no-nonsense muscle car that prioritized raw performance above all else. The 1969 Ford Cobra. Enter the 1969 Ford Cobra, a muscle car that had no time for subtleties. Ford named this model after its engine for a reason. This car was all about the 428 Cobra Jet. Everything about the Ford Cobra screamed performance, from its aggressive stance to its no-frills interior. This was the car for the serious driver who didn't care about luxury or comfort. All that mattered was speed and the ability to dominate at the drag strip. The 428 Cobra Jet engine under the hood made sure that when you put your foot down, you were in for the ride of your life. Whether it was street racing or just showing off, the Ford Cobra was built to win, and it did so with a roar that could shake the ground. But as much as the Ford Cobra was a bruiser on the streets, there was another car that took the concept of stealthy power to a whole new level. Get ready to meet the car that hid its true potential beneath an unassuming exterior. 1968 Ford Torino GT. The 1968 Ford Torino GT was a car that perfectly exemplified the phrase sleeper. At first glance, it might not have seemed like much, but underneath its relatively tame exterior was a 428 Cobra Jet engine ready to unleash hell. The Torino GT was built for speed, with its fastback design contributing to its aerodynamic efficiency. This wasn't just a car for drag racing. It was built for high-speed cruising where it could leave the competition far behind. The Torino GT was a car that knew how to play it cool, until it was time to show what it was really capable of. And when that time came, it didn't just surprise its rivals, it utterly destroyed them. The Torino GT might have been a stealthy assassin, but for those who wanted their muscle cars with a touch of luxury, there was another option. Meet the car that defined the term gentleman's muscle car.
There we go.
The 1968 Mercury Cougar XR7 GTE. The 1968 Mercury Cougar XR7 GTE was the perfect blend of luxury and muscle, designed for the discerning driver who wanted both performance and sophistication. The Cougar XR7 GTE was the muscle car you had to take to a black tie event, but don't let its refined appearance fool you. Under the hood was a 428 Cobra Jet engine that could hold its own against any challenger. Only 37 of those beauties were ever made with the Cobra Jet engine, making it one of the rarest and most sought-after muscle cars of its time. The Cougar was all about delivering power with elegance, like a heavyweight boxer in a perfectly tailored suit. It was the car for the man who wanted to go fast, but wanted to do it with style. If the Cougar XR7 GTE was the ultimate blend of luxury and muscle, then the next car on our list is the one that started it all. Get ready to meet the vehicle that introduced the world to the Cobra Jet legend. '68 Ford Mustang Cobra Jet race cars. Here it is, the 1968 Ford Mustang Cobra Jet race car, the car that kicked off the Cobra Jet legend. Now, this wasn't just a car. It was a statement of intent from Ford. Built to dominate the drag strips of America, only 50 of these Mustangs were ever made, all wrapped in Wimbledon white and packing a 428 Cobra Jet engine. These Mustangs didn't just participate in races, they obliterated the competition, earning the Cobra Jet engine a reputation that would last for decades. This was the car that made Cobra Jet a household name among muscle car enthusiasts and set the standard for what a true American muscle car should be. But while the Cobra Jet Mustang was tearing up the drag strips, Ford was working on something even more audacious, a vehicle that would bring the Cobra Jet engine into the world of pure racing. Hang on tight, because we're about to meet the ultimate racing machine. '69 Ford Torino Talladega. The 1969 Ford Torino Talladega was Ford's answer to the growing competition in NASCAR. Named after the Talladega Superspeedway, this car was built with one purpose in mind: to win. And win it did. The Talladega was equipped with a 428 Cobra Jet engine, but it wasn't just the engine that made this car special, it was the aerodynamics. Ford spent countless hours in the wind tunnel perfecting the Torino Talladega shape, ensuring it could slice through the air with minimal resistance. The result was a car that dominated the high-speed tracks of NASCAR, bringing Ford multiple victories and solidifying the Cobra Jet's place in racing history. But the Cobra Jet story doesn't end with Talladega. Ford had one more trick up its sleeve, a car that would bring the Cobra Jet engine into the modern era. Prepare yourself for the ultimate modern muscle car. 2008 Ford Mustang Cobra Jet. In 2008, Ford revived a legend, introducing a new generation of the Cobra Jet Mustang, and it was nothing short of extraordinary. This modern beast was built to dominate drag strips just like its 1968 predecessor. The 2008 Mustang Cobra Jet came equipped with a supercharged 5.4-liter V8 engine capable of producing a mind-boggling 400 horsepower, though many argue that it was underrated and actually closer to 500 horsepower. What made this Mustang truly special was its track-ready design straight from the factory. Ford only produced 50 units, all in white with blue racing stripes, and each was sold as a turnkey race car. The 2008 Cobra Jet was not street legal, emphasizing its purpose as a pure racing machine. It quickly became a collector's item with enthusiasts and racers alike, recognizing its significance as a bridge between the classic muscle car era and modern drag racing technology. With this model, Ford not only paid homage to the original Cobra Jet, but also solidified its commitment to high-performance racing. It's a rare gem that continues to hold a revered place in the hearts of muscle car aficionados. So guys, which of these Cobra Jet engine cars is your favorite? Hit the comments below and let us know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome automobile content.